Let's take a look at 3.5 on analyzing arguments with Euler diagrams. In the textbook, these exercises are on pages 119 and 120. If you're using the online text, you may want to print those beforehand. We'll begin with number 2, and we're to decide whether each argument is valid or invalid. And basically with these, you're using Euler diagrams for the most part. And I'll show you at least one exception as we work through the exercises. Number 2, all disc jockeys play music. Remember, all is small. So these are disc jockeys. So all is small, all disc jockeys play music. Flash Phelps is a disc jockey, so here he is. Therefore, we can conclude that Flash Phelps plays music. Yes, he's inside the music, so that one's valid. Okay, all Southerners speak with an accent. So again, all is small, so Southerners. Okay. Speak with accent. Okay. Bill Leonard speaks with an accent, so that means he could be there or there. But because he can be here, it is, our conclusion is Bill Leonard is a Southerner, not necessarily so. This one's invalid. Okay, let's go to 8. All people who apply for a loan must pay for a title search. Okay, loan applicants. Try to make it small. Okay, all is small. Okay, pay for title search. Kurt Massey paid for title search. Therefore, Kurt Massey applied for a loan. Not necessarily. He might have, but he could also be out here, so that one's invalid. Okay, number 12. Some trucks have sound system. Okay, so we have trucks. We have sound systems. Some trucks have gun racks. Okay, it could be there or it could be overlapping. There's another choice here. Okay, and do we have to conclude some trucks with sound systems have gun racks? No, because of the first circle I drew, it's invalid. So we have to think about all the possibilities. That's probably the most difficult part about these. Okay, for 16 we have to draw a construct a valid argument based on the Euler diagram. Alright, so all is small, so all people who have major surgery must go to the hospital. So let's make that our first premise. All people who have major surgery must go to hospital. All right. X represents Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson, according to our book, has major surgery. Therefore, Mark Robinson must go to the hospital. Okay, so we just had to construct a valid argument from that. Okay. All right. It says, as mentioned in the text, an argument can have a true conclusion yet be invalid. In these exercises, each argument has a true conclusion. Identify each argument as valid or invalid. Okay, so all cars have tires. All right, so here's cars. That's the small. And they have tires. All tires are rubber, so the tires is the small circle. Rubber is the larger circle. Therefore, all cars have rubber. Yes, because the cars is in the rubber circle. That would be valid. Okay, let's look at 20. All chickens have beaks. Okay, all is small. Okay, they have beaks. All birds have beaks. Okay, so notice birds could be here. It could be here, or it could be here. Any of those would have beaks. All right. All chickens are birds. Okay. Looks like not necessarily. We could also have one here, which we know is truth, but we can only go by what is said. So this one's invalid. Okay, now this next one is the one that I can't do with circles. I've tried doing an Euler diagram and it just doesn't work for me. So what I do is a map. I just think I'm on a map, and this is number 22. So we have north, south, east, and west. Those are our directions on our map. Okay, Veracruz is south of Tampico. Okay, Tampico is here, and Veracruz is south of Tampico. Tampico, on the other hand, is south of Monterrey. Tampico is south of Monterrey, so that means Monterrey has to be up here above. So can we conclude that Veracruz is south of Monterrey? Veracruz is south of Monterrey, so it's valid. So I kind of do a diagram, but it's not an Euler diagram. Okay, and our last group, we have to draw a Venn diagram, an Euler diagram. And so turn to page 120. All people who drive contribute to air pollution. This is for 25 through 30. Drivers. Air pollution. Okay, all people who contribute to air make life a little worse. Okay, life a little worse. I'll just say worse. And some people who live in a suburb make life a little worse. Okay, so suburb could be there. Could be there. Or could be there. So we have three chances. We have to, three possibilities. We have to consider all three. All right, so the conclusion. We have to test the conclusion. Some people who live in a suburb drive. Well, that's true here, but not here and not here. So that one, it's 26, would be invalid. All right, and 28, some people who contribute to air pollution live in a suburb. Okay. That would be true here and here, but not there. So again, it's invalid. We only need one exception. All people who drive make life a little worse. The drivers are in the life work, so that one is valid. Okay, so you should have enough information at this point to go ahead and do the online homework for section, let's see, this was 3.5.